Hi guys. The community that I chose was the Big Brother community, and it's actually a TV show. I don't know if any of you watch it or know anything about it, but basically, what it is it's a television reality game show that follows a group of contestants known as house guests around the house 24/7 with surveillance cameras. And they are in the house for approximately like 90 days, sometimes closer to 100. Just depends when you get evicted. But these groups of people, they form different relationships, and it really just becomes a community within the house. And then, as well as when you get out of the show, everyone seems to stay in touch, and people that you wouldn't think would actually get along or maybe talk to each other outside of the house, they are now good friends, and they're all a part of the Big Brother community. So it's just a very interesting television show if you've never watched it. But so a little bit about them. Factors defining the group. You do have to be over 21 years old. So it's usually a little bit of like a young adult or older crowd. And there really are no defining factors, though. It's really just you have to be over 21. But every house guest is unique. So you just get a lot of different relationships that are formed within the house. A little bit of the history about the show. It has been airing since 2000. So I believe they're going on their 19th season, which does air later this month. It's been going on for quite a while. There are a lot of people now that are in the Big Brother community. And each season there are approximately 15 house guests, give or take. It just depends. So, I mean, that's not that many people. So you do get, I mean, you're spending 24/7 with these people. You don't have phones. So, I mean, all you're doing is you're talking to everybody. So you really do form very close relationships. For entering the community, it's not as easy as other communities to join. You do have to apply. So you have to apply and you have to get accepted, of course. And if there's only 15 house guests, obviously it's not that easy to become a part of the community. It's very sought after. But after you are on the show, you're in the community for life. You a lot of the times get asked to come back on the show, and there's a lot of spin-offs and things like that they just started. So it's something that continues. It continues even after the show has finished airing. To address language practices, there are no phones allowed, like I mentioned. So you are forced to just talk to one another face to face. No electronics, nothing. It's just all talking. So, some people, when they don't get along, that can be tough. But for others, it really helps build the relationships within the community. But it is tougher, I think, without phones to distract you. Then, as the book says, it asks about patterns of sameness within the community. So there aren't really a lot. Honestly, I feel like it's the complete opposite. It's mostly the only thing that's the same is everyone has to dress the same for competitions because it has to be equal. But no one is the same. I don't really think there's a lot of people the same, that's what I think is so interesting about this community and how everyone gets along so well. So that's what I think is pretty great. Dealing with differences, there are so many differences, like I've mentioned, in the house. So, I mean, the house guests do expect differences whenever they are going into the show, so it's not something that catches them off guard, or, they're not, well, they might not be used to it, but they have to get used to it pretty fast. And if you don't get used to them, you get evicted, which it means that you're no longer within the community while the TV show is going on. But once you're out, everyone is still very friendly, and it's still a good community to be in. It's very sought after. But you do get used to all those differences within the community, within the house. And I actually think the differences help the community for allowing new ideas and just for sparking more conversation. I mean, if everyone was the same in any community, you're not gonna have any, there's no uniqueness, there's no new ideas. It's just the same thing every day, and I don't think anyone wants that. So that's also something that's really great about Big Brother. Rewards and costs of membership. Rewards are you do win $500,000 if you win the show. There are a lot of other prizes throughout the show, whether they're money or, you might be able to talk to a family member or things like that. You can win a lot of different things. And then the big cost of the show is you're away from your family for approximately 100 days, which is really tough. So you're leaving another community that you have back home to enter a new one. But I think overall, from what I've heard from just reading things from people that have been on the show, that they, after they've done it, they don't regret it. They don't regret leaving their family for a while, for a few months. That they love that they joined a new community and they have built more relationships with other people that they never thought they would have. Expressing and negotiating key tensions is the next point. House guests, they can utilize the diary room, which is just where they vent. Diary room. They basically, if you're writing a diary, you're just speaking it out loud in a room to everyone. And a lot of people go in there and they cry if they're having difficulties with other people in the house, or they just say anything that's on their mind. So that's how they express the tensions that are going on, which, I think it's kind of similar with other communities. If you think about just the community that maybe you live in, like where you live, if you consider that a community for yourself, then you're gonna vent to someone else that you're close with within that community. So they're just venting to a camera, but of course they do vent to other house guests as well. But yeah, the other one was they talk it out with one another, which happens a lot. And then insider versus outsider perspectives. Insiders, they view the community while they're in it as being a little stressful until they're out, because, at the end of the day, it is a game show, so you have a lot of stress with wanting to, win the money. But insiders, once insiders are out of the house, they love being a part of the community, as from what I've read. And outsiders view the community as fun and entertaining, as do I. I love the show. I'd love to be a part of it one day. But I do view the community as kind of being a more famous group, since you are on TV. But overall, I think Big Brother is a great community, and I think you guys should all try to watch the show.